Hi and welcome to my course. During this course you will learn how to create feather earrings with embroidered top part. Feather earrings are created from two different colors of feathers, and during the embroidery we use big crystals, small crystals and seed beads. After completing this course you will be able to create your perfect feather earrings. Hello and welcome to my course. During this course you will be able to create feather earrings from two colors of the feathers with embroidered top. For the course you will need different type of beads, seed beads. Most important thing is that if you choose two colors of feathers, you need to have beads which can match to these colors. Other important thing is you need to have beads in different size. It can be clear crystals with 3 or 4 different sides. I have here small bicons which are 2 millimeters, and I have 6 millimeters and 4 millimeters round crystals, as well as I have 2 different size of ivory and some small crystals in gray, in pink cappuccino, and some more. For the course you will need, as I said before, different colors and type of beads, scissors, threads. Then you will need 2 different needles, one is sewing needle and one is beading needle. Then you will need hard felt. You can use soft as well, but it will be easier for you if you will use hard one. Then piece of eco leather, or it can be as well the same felt what you have, cardboard, hooks. I have this kind of hooks with some crystals and with a loop here. Glue, gel pen, I have in silver, nail polish remover or acetone. You will need it when we will sew together feathers, because our needle will get sticky, and to remove the glue you will need nail polish remover. Ruler, pliers to help yourself when you will sew together parts of our earrings, and your time and inspiration. Let's start our course. Welcome to our first lesson. For our first lesson we will need feathers, sewing needle, our nail polish remover and cotton wool, thread and ruler. To create earring which is around 3 centimeters, we need to have feathers 8 centimeters of each piece. For every earring we will need 2 pieces. If you will do earring in one color, then you will need not 8 centimeters but 16. We just cut 4 pieces of 8 centimeters of each feather. For each earring we will need 2 pieces, one in gray and one in pink I have. This is for one earring, and another 2 pieces for the second earring. Now we need to sew together two parts. Take needle and thread. You will need around 1 meter of thread. Start to sew them together. Secure the thread. To create, as I said before, earring which is around 3 centimeters wide, we need to take 2.5 centimeters from here. You bend it once, then twice. You have left something small piece in the end. We just will cut it after. I always like to have some extra piece, because like that it's easier for me to sew two feathers together. Our thread is secured, and now we just need to sew together all these parts. Here you can help yourself with pliers. When needle goes sticky, you need to take our cotton wool, our nail polish remover, just take a bit and remove the glue. When all parts are together, just secure the thread and cut it. Make a knot and cut the thread. Now we need to do the same with the second earring. To continue with the second earring, we need to clean up our needle because it's with the glue. Then we take again piece of thread and we start. We start the same as previously. We secure the thread and then we measure 2.5 centimeters. We bend again. Try to make all pieces straight in the same length. What is important, the two parts of earrings, I mean one and another one, should be equal. Here I have almost equal, but I need to create this earring a bit smaller. And we measure again. Now it's good and we can sew feathers together. Secure the thread and cut it. We measure our earrings together again and we see it equal. Now we need to cut extra pieces. Clean up our needle, sewing needle, because we will need it later. For this lesson we will need our feather base, crystals of 2 millimeters, seed beads of 10. If you don't have crystals of 2 millimeters, you can use them in 4 millimeters or just use only seed beads for this part. Or earrings can be done without this decoration as well. It is up to you. But during this course I will create decoration. We take our beading needle and thread, beading thread. We will need around 1 meter. Don't take too long thread because it can go wavy while you will sew on crystals and seed beads, and it will be hard for you to work. Create the knot and we start. Secure the thread, hold feathers this way and start. Here we need single thread, not doubled. When thread is secured, you can decide here how you want your decoration. It can be here in the middle, else it can have a bit wider step in between two of them. I will start my first strand somewhere here at around half centimeter from the beginning. For the decoration I will have, first of all, 2 seed beads of size 10. If you have your needle sticky because of the glue on the feathers, you can take again nail polish remover and clean your needle. Then you take 2 seed beads of size 10, then 1 crystal, 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead, and you do long strand. This strand should be as long as your feathers are. Of course you can, if you want, you can do it shorter or even longer. It's only about your imagination. I will take 1 more bicon crystal and 1 seed bead. In this stage you need to go all the way up. You skip first seed bead and then you go all the way up. When you are here in the top, secure the thread. Then go to the place from where you want your second strand. I will create second strand in the middle. In the middle I will create strand from silver beads. That's why I take 2 gray beads. I will clean again my needle. 2 gray seed beads, 1 gray bicon and 1 gray seed bead. We do the same as in previous strand. You can count how many crystals you had in the previous strand to make them equal. I had 17. Now on this strand I have 12. I need 5 more. Again, you skip 1 seed bead and you enter to the bicon all the way up. Here I see that my strands are not equal. I need to add 1 more bicon crystal here. That's why I remove my thread and I pull my thread. I will add 1 more bicon crystal and 1 more seed bead. It can happen because sometimes still, even if you have 2 millimeters and 2 millimeters bicons, they still can have a bit different size. Secure the thread. I prefer to secure the thread after any stage I did, because for example, if I will have some problems in the next stage, I mean I won't like the seed beads or something will happen with my thread, I can cut it wherever I want and my previous steps will be secure. Now we go for our third strand. We skip again some space. Here you can decide, or you do the same strand as we did first one, or you do the same as the second one, but I will do the same as first strand. 1 crystal, 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead, until the end of the strand. You leave seed bead, enter the bicon and all the way up. On this stage, secure the thread and cut it. We start our second earring. We take 1 meter of thread, secure it, and we do absolutely the same things what we did in our first earring. First of all, we secure the thread, then we check our first part should be at around half a centimeter. Our first strand. We go out from the fabric and we'll start with pink. It is important that you create both earrings in the same time, because when we will do top part, we will embroider it, we need to be sure that both earrings are equal. We are on our last strand of second earring. We is about to finish our base. As we did previously, we need to secure our thread and cut it. I like to go to the back side and secure it there as well. Our decorated base is ready. Now I want to show you how I secure the thread and techniques how I sew on crystals. First of all, when I secure the thread, I create cross, as you can see here. It's a cross, and then I'm going out somewhere next to it. Don't secure a thread on the side, because sometimes you will need to cut a bit of felt and your knot will be somewhere here. You can cut it as well. So just secure the thread somewhere in the middle. In this tutorial I use two techniques of sewing in the crystals. First one, you just take a crystal and sew it on this way. Go through the crystal twice. You can sew on crystals in different directions. For example, here my direction was on the right side. Another crystal I will sew on to the left side. And again I go through it twice. It is not necessary to go twice, but I like to do it to be on the safe side. As you can see, these two crystals are sewn to different directions. One is on the right, one is on the left. You can sew them on straight or on the side. It's only up to you and up to the pattern what you want to create. Second technique what I will use during this tutorial, you take a crystal, you take a seed bead, and go back to the crystal. Again, go out from the felt, take crystal and seed bead, go into the crystal only. Our crystals looking up, and they have this seed bead on the top. One more. You take a crystal, you take a seed bead, and you go through the crystal only. This seed bead is like holding our crystal on its place. You can use this technique as well for smaller crystals, for bigger crystals. When I'm saying to fill in the small gaps with the small crystals, I mean you will have a space between crystals, big crystals, and you can fill them in with the smaller crystals and seed beads. For example, I can take clear crystal of 4 mm and fill it in between the bigger crystals. Here I see another space, but it's too small for the bigger bead, so I will fill it in with seed beads. This way, as well as here. When I see a small space between crystals, I will fill it in with seed beads. This way we create our earrings. For this lesson you will need a ruler, threads, needle, hard felt, scissors, and all beads what you have. First of all, we need to measure our feathers. It is around 2.5 centimeters as it was before, and we need to take a bit more than 2.5 centimeters. To be sure and safe, take around 3 centimeters. And we need to measure how wide it is. It is a bit more than 1 centimeter, and in this case I would suggest to take 1.5 centimeter. So we measure 1.5 centimeter and 3. Then fold it and cut it out. We have 2 equal parts. Just measure them again to be sure that these 2 pieces are equal. Now we have 2 equal pieces. Measure these pieces to our feathers, just to be sure that we have enough to cover our feather base. Here is important that from each side you have this felt bigger and wider than our base, because when you will sew parts together you need to cover sides as well. That's why it's important that from every side you have felt, your felt is bigger than our base. Let's start. I don't know yet how our future earrings will look like. I will create them straight away with you. Take 1 meter or even more of the thread, make a knot, and we start. Secure the thread. And here you can use your imagination. It's only up to you how you want to sew all the beads and crystals. You can start from the middle, for example. You can start from the big beads to go with smaller beads around the corner, or you can use big beads here, some small here. It's only up to you. Only one rule is here. It is better to sew on small crystals on the sides. Sometimes, to make beads more secure, I prefer to go twice in the same bead. What I like to do as well is to start with the big beads. I just sew everywhere big beads, and then I fill in all empty spaces with the smaller beads. Time to time, just check how it will go together. Maybe you need to add some more pink or gray. As you can see, before I was sewing all beads this way, and now I decided to add to our embroidery a bit of volume and sew crystals other way with the seed bead on the top. I use light seed beads and darker seed beads on the top of each crystal to match our base. I have started to fill in small gaps with the small crystals. I'm trying to mix colors and shapes of the crystals differently to add more volume to our embroidery. Small gaps between small beads I will fill in after with the seed beads. When your thread is short, we need to change it. We secure the thread and cut it. We take another piece of thread, we secure it, and we continue to sew on our crystals. On this stage, when we covered all felt with crystals, we need to add seed beads in between the crystals where we see small gaps. You can take even 2 or 3 or even 4 seed beads on one time. I prefer to take light seed beads next to the dark beads, next to the gray. I will take pink, and next to the pink I will take gray. Sometimes I will mix, I will take 1 pink and 1 gray. It is only about your imagination, how you would like to see your future earrings. Listen to your inner voice when you start to create a design, because you need to feel where and which color should go next to each other, and do you like it or no. Just listen to yourself. You don't need to cover absolutely each hole, because after, when we will, in next lesson, we will sew in together two parts, we still will add some more seed beads. I will just add some more seed beads next to this big pink crystal, and I will secure the thread and will cut it. Our first embroidered base is ready. Now we need to embroider second earring base same way. What is important when you will start to create second embroidered base for the earring, it shouldn't be equal. It should be like in the mirror. So gray crystal will be here, white the same will be in the middle, but this ivory crystal will be on this side. We start to create a second earring. We take meter of the thread, make it double, make a knot and secure the thread. I will start with the big beads. As I told you before, we need to make them like in the mirror. Gray crystal here, white in the middle and ivory on this side. We start with ivory. Measure. And sew it on. Then go in the middle, take one white crystal and sew it in the middle. And gray crystal. As you can see, now we have our most bright crystals in the places where we need. Now we will sew pink crystals. Just repeat the pattern of our first earring. Now we continue with smaller crystals. Here is necessary that big beads are on the same places because it takes a lot of attention. Small crystals can have a bit of difference in the both of the earrings, but most important than the big beads, because it's like accents on our earrings, are in the right place. If you need to change your thread because it's too short, just secure your thread somewhere in the middle and cut it. Then take another meter of the thread and continue. Again, secure the thread. Continue with the seed bead. For this lesson you will need a ruler, scissors, glue, our bases, our embroidered parts, eco leather or felt, just simple white paper and a pen. We start from the back side. Just measure our feather base. It is around 2.5 centimeters and 1 centimeter, but we need to take less, around 8 millimeters and around 2 centimeters. We will need 2 parts, same size. And cut it out. Take our bases from the back side, measure it. It should be smaller than our base, than the fabric on the base, and glue it together. This part we need to smooth our back side. We can cut out threads which are coming out from fabric. And another back side. Now we start our front part. For this we will need to glue together our embroidered part and our top part. Put glue straight away on the fabric and on the threads as well. And to our feathers as well. Glue both parts together. Here you need to decide when will be your bottom part and where will be an upper part. For me, my gray crystal will be the lower part. Here is important, you need to have 1 mm felt bigger than our feather fabric, and from the bottom you should cover our feather base. Even if it happened like you don't have enough felt here and you didn't cover all fabrics like I have here, it's okay, because we still didn't finish our embroidery. We will finish it when our all parts will be together, because I still have some spaces here, and I will cover fabric which is on the sides as well, because I like to cover all felt. Same we do with our second earring. It is important that your glue is not super glue, but special glue for crystals and materials, because it stays elastic and you can go through the all parts with the needle. Because if you will use super glue, it will be impossible for you to go through the all parts. Now we have our embroidery attached to the feathers, but we still will go through all of these parts with the thread and needle. Take sewing needle and the thread. Prepare cotton wool and nail polish remover, and we start to sew together all parts. You need to do a couple of stitches. Just secure the thread and cut it. Same way we do our second earring. During this lesson you will need our two bases, eco leather or felt, glue and needle with the thread. First of all, we need to attach our feather base to our felt. Make sure that your felt or eco leather are straight from all sides. In my case, the measurements are 3.5 centimeters. What we do? We take our base, we take a glue, and we glue in our base to our felt or eco leather. Don't use a glue on the sides of the eco leather. Then take our base and attach it to eco leather this way. Don't forget to leave around 2 millimeters of felt to cover our fabric from the back side. Same we do with our second earring. Now you need to take a scissors and cut it out. As well, leave a bit more than you need, because after we will cut it more accurate. We need to cover our fabric here. So that's why measure how much do you need of eco leather to cover it and cut extra. From the bottom, you leave it as it is. Another important thing here is you need to cut these angles and make them more smooth. This way we do our second earring. In this lesson you will need just thread, needle, earrings, and here you need to decide what color you will use for finishing of our edge. I will use gray one. Let's start. First of all, secure the thread in the felt. Hide our knot. And go out through the felt this way. Then take 2 seed beads, size 10, pierce the leather and go out through the felt. Then enter from the bottom to the one of the seed beads which is closer to you, closer to the right side. One of the seed beads, which is this one, should stay as it is because it will be our last seed bead which will be attached to the leather. Now you always take just 1 seed bead and continue. Pierce the leather next to our previous one and skip as much space as you need to enter here with the 1 seed bead. Let's try. You pierce the leather, pierce felt as well, and then you enter. And enter to the seed bead from the bottom. And again, you take 1 seed bead, you skip some space, and you pierce eco leather and felt. And again, you go into the same bead from the bottom. Again, 1 seed bead, pierce the leather and the felt, and enter the same bead from the bottom. One seed bead, pierce the leather and felt, and enter the same seed bead from the bottom. Continue all around till you will be next to our first bead. We cut this angle because we need to go smooth around. If we would leave our angle very straight, it wouldn't be possible for us to go smooth around the whole earring. So that's why we cut these angles. When you are next to our bottom part, here you don't need to sew parts together like a eco leather and the felt. You just pretend that you are sewing both of them together. So you just pierce the leather and that's it. You pierce the leather and then you go back to our seed bead this way. Usually designers leave this bottom part as it is, but I like just to have all back side the same. That's why I just take seed bead and go only into the leather all the way on the bottom part. One more seed bead going only through the leather, and from here we start again. Take one seed bead and pierce the leather and the felt as well. When you are next to our first bead, you just need to enter to this bead this way, then you pierce the leather and the felt, and you go in the same bead from the bottom. And you pull. Then you enter to the bead which was next to it, and you pierce the leather in the same place where it had already hole, and you go into our embroidery. And you pull. That's it. Same way we do with our second earring. Don't cut the thread, because we will need this thread to finish our embroidery and to attach a hook. In this lesson you will need our seed beads and maybe we will need some small crystals to finish our embroidery. If you see some felt out of our embroidery, you can see it. just cover it with seed beads or crystals. It depends of how wide and how big space is between the beads. So here I have just a small space between two crystals. I will add one seed bead in between them. Be careful here not to go out from the eco leather. All our actions should be done only on our felt. One more, I see here another small space. I will add another seed bead in between the crystals. Now I will go to the side of our earring. Here maybe you will need to help yourself with the pliers. And you cover these angles of felt with seed beads. I will take 3 seed beads and will cover it this way. Here I have another empty space. I will cover it with the seed beads as well. Take 3 seed beads and I go right next to the crystal and I cover felt. Here I have some fabric is going out and it's not covered. I will use the same technique what I used previously. I will just cover it with the seed beads. Maybe in this case, as it is big fabric is going out here, I will just add one more crystal. I will add small crystal and then seed beads. I still have some fabric, what I can see here. I will add as well some seed beads here. As you can see, now this part is fully covered. And we go to the other side through the all embroidery this way and go out on another side. Now we are on the other side of our earring, and here we have some visible felt as well. We just cover it with the seed beads. You can decide how much seed beads you want to take, 3, 1 or 2, it all depends how big is the space between the crystals. Now, as you can see, all our felt is invisible. Same way we finish our second earring. Now we need to attach a clasp. We still have some thread left. We just create a knot on our thread to make a double. Be careful, you need a small knot here, not big one. I will just cut it and create another knot. This way. Now we need to find where will be our clasp attached. This is now 3 centimeters, so our middle will be in a 1.5, so it's somewhere here. We just need to come out from the felt here. To do so, I just weave this thread to this point. As you can see now, our thread is doubled. I need to measure. Is it okay? Yes, it is somewhere at 13 millimeters. Then we add 2 seed beads. We take our hook and we attach it, and we take another 2 seed beads and we enter into the felt. Check that it is in the middle. In my case it is. And you will need to weave the thread, secure it and cut. Let me show you how we will do it. We have our thread left here and we just go in the felt again. Then, for example, if you see that here is still some fabric is going out, you just add again seed beads and you cover it. Again, weave it somewhere in the middle here. Then you can go again somewhere next to our hook. And add some more seed beads next to it to cover our fabric. Come out next to the hook from the felt again. And add some more seed beads. Now we covered all parts from where we could see our felt. And now we will finish our earring. Just go again through the felt, help yourself with the pliers. Be careful here, because sometimes thread can go in the top of the bead. Just go as many times as you wish through the felt all over and cut the thread. That's it. Our earring is ready. Now we finish our second earring absolutely the same way. Our earrings are ready. Thank you very much for your choice, for completing this course. Now you are able to create your own perfect feather earrings with embroidered top part. I hope this course was useful for you, and see you soon in my new courses.